G'day guys, today I want to show you my Microbrain watches. I've got 8 of them in here, an honourable mention and one more honourable mention. I did the Major Brand watch box about maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago, and you guys asked me about that watch box. I left the details in the description. This particular watch box here is probably my favourite watch box. I got it from eBay years ago. I can't even source this anymore. It's a really nice piece. It's got some felt padding at the top. The way it sort of closes, nothing moves. Really nice box, but I can't get any more of these. It was about $100, which is pretty cheap, but nonetheless, let's get stuck into this. Same format. I'll put the watches in front of the camera and I'll show you what I've got. Now, first cab off the rank for me is a Ecco Nutra. It's a lovely Italian micro brand, and I think this particular brand doesn't get enough love. The quality of their watches are really superb. This is a 40mm manual wind. It's got a Sellita SW510 in this, and I wear this because I am an avid chronograph lover. As you guys know, it's my favorite complication, so there's definitely always a chronograph in my micro brand watch, and this is the one. Next watch for me is the Heinrich Helikopterion Stone. It's a German micro brand. There's certain watches that you just fall in love with when you first see them, and this is one of those watches. I love what this dial and crystal combo looks like in different light throughout the day. And when we talk about watches that give us something we're easy to bond with, this is one of those watches for me. I'm a big fan of orange, I always have been, and this just ticks so many good boxes. The right size, on the fly adjustment, it wears well, you really can't go wrong. Next watch for me is the Horizon Nemo. This is a beautiful brushed silver dial, and it has got so much character. That Art Deco designed layout with its fonts, the 4 o'clock marker, which is actually a date complication, and it's loomed. I think this is a really well thought out watch. It's executed beautifully, and that FKM rubber strap is extremely comfortable. In fact, I use the same strap on my Dornbluth, as some of you guys know. So Horizon Nemo, a really wonderful watch. Wears well, looks great. I think Horizon, from their first watch to now their third watch, they've really gone leaps and bounds. Lovely piece. Another watch that I fell in love with when I first saw it was the Dorenzo Mondial in yellow. This particular watch is drop dead gorgeous for me. I love the way that dial behaves. I love the modernist look of that dial, the extreme edges. It's really well priced for the execution and quality, and I think this is just screaming an on-the-fly adjustment clasp. So Sergio from Dorenzo, if you're listening, the watches are great. Probably the butterfly suits the watch itself, the style of watch, but it just would have been nice to have a little bit more flexibility in that adjustment. I'm just nitpicking. But whatever the case, a very nice watch. Moving over to an Aussie contender, this is the Gin Clear Mark II. I have a blue version that I wear. I did have a white one in the collection. One of my viewers actually asked me for it. He goes, "Oh Pete, can I have that watch?" So he's now wearing it on his wrist. I've sourced and gotten the blue one for myself. I think this is the original color that I actually reviewed when Gin Clear first came out, and it just gives me some nice memories. I like the watch. It's refined. It's 300 meters. It's ridiculously thin. Great clasp, surface hardening, ETA movement, accurate. There's really, again, not much to complain about a watch like this. Specs wise, it's fully loaded. So Gin Clear Mark II, very happy. I've got another watch from an Aussie micro brand, Ocean to Orbit Lotse in blue steel, and I think this is such a beautiful refined watch. It's their first watch from this micro brand, and to me, it's closer to a major brand in its quality and finishing than to a micro brand. It is so nicely done. The size of the links on the bracelet have been thought out so nicely. It wears supremely on the wrist. The dial is great. The loom is good. I think a watch like this is a really good alternative to an Aquaterra. If you're on a budget, you really can't go wrong with this. It is so well made, so refined, brings a lot of joy to the wrist. Now, a watch that I've had in the watch box for some time, Nevada 369 Tropical. This particular watch here, for me, it's got something magic about that dial. It really does. It probably doesn't look much on video, but when this watch is at certain angles in direct sunlight, it really pops. It's got so much character. In fact, that dial, they used an oxidizing agent and UV light to cook it to actually bring that vintage effect, speed up that process. At the moment, I've got it matched up on a Strapatelia Halloween strap. I think it looks the business. Very comfortable, different. I like this watch. Now, the last watch before I get onto the honorable mentions, the Wise at Damascus in bronze, and this is lovely. I've been looking at this watch patina over time. It's gotten progressively duller and darker, and I like that. I think the more a bronze watch ages properly, the better it looks. And I've done a video on how to patina a watch properly, a bronze watch, because some people rush the process and they destroy their watch. So by all means, look at that video. Some interesting information that a lot of people might not know about bronze and oxidization and corrosion. So, but another watch, love this piece as well. Now, honorable mentions, this particular one here, I'll show you guys. This is a Bravura Team Heritage. The brand itself is steeped in cycling culture, so bikes, racing and all the rest. So this particular watch, I like it for several reasons. I know it's a little bit expensive for what you get, but ergonomically it's made really well and it's got some excellent attention to detail and finishing. It wears comfortably. It's a smaller watch. The strap is so soft. The taper is good. Again, a watch that I really have enjoyed when I reviewed, and also I'm still enjoying it in the watch box. So last watch, I can't show you the watch. You guys know it's a Teseno. I actually asked Teseno if they could do a slight mod on this. They did. They're going to release it this year. Most of you guys have pretty much guessed what it is anyway. So that's it, guys. This is an organic collection. Watches come in and out. Even my major brand watch box, as you notice, occasionally a watch will come out, a new one will come in. If you fall out of love with a watch, I'm not bound to saying I'm going to collect and keep them, forever. That's not for me. I can't do that because I had 70 odd watches at one stage in my major brands. I got extremely unhappy. I couldn't wear them all. I couldn't enjoy them. So I decided to cull many years ago. I've gotten down to 8. And for me, I try to keep this hobby a little bit more contained. And if I can get watches coming in and out in my major brands or micros, it keeps me excited. It keeps me enthused about the actual hobby. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave me your comments. Be well, be safe, and we'll see you all in the next one.